what has changed. But let me, at the outset, say that the IT services industry has been largely blessed because it's been insulated from the economic impact of the pandemic, and largely also the industry has been used to delivering services remotely, although it was from physical offices. So, if I think about on a higher level, what has changed? Four things come to my mind. Mindsets. Clearly, what that has taught me is that humans are more resilient than what one thought. Attitudes towards what really matters and what's unimportant, and towards the importance of health, family, and friends. Perspectives. Given the scientific advancements, given the technology advancements, given all the investments that we have gone through in the world, a small virus could bring this world to a standstill. And finally, possibilities. That work from home actually works, A, without loss of productivity. And second, I think all of us did not have the confidence that the Indian telecom infrastructure was geared enough to support remote working, practically of any town, any city in India. So that is on one plane, I think, what has changed as I look at it. Second is that the importance of trust and making it central, a central part of the remote culture, of the organization's culture, and communications in the work from home is now being more important and is being more the new normal. We all have been, a year ago we would all say, we would hear from our employees, I'm looking for work life balance. When you work from home, what does work life balance look like? What is the meaning of that? What are the changes that, when I think about in HR priorities, how do you sustain communication, collaboration, capabilities, culture, more so in a virtual operating model? Finally, from an employee standpoint, what has changed is managing self. A workspace set up at home, a work schedule, virtual meetings, checking in with the teams that work with you, being self accountable, taking time to socialize, albeit virtually, focusing on health and mental well being, not only of yourself, but of your teams as well. And finally, in the new world, managing people. How do you do team building, goal setting, trust building, rewards and recognitions, equipment and facilities at home, checking with employees' wellness? When I go forward and think about what has changed, managing risks, managing work, managing processes, what is the role of an employer? Clearly, there's an increase in organization complexity. It was earlier designed for efficiency, and now it's more and more important to design it for resilience. And what has also changed is now we have a new access to a geographical dispersed talent pool, and have got used to virtual hiring and induction of employees. Given that, how do you build social capital? The advantage of offices was you could connect, you could have emotions flowing, etc. But how do you build social capital with employees who not only have not met with you physically, but have also not visited your offices? And finally, what's very important, how do you address employees' health and safety? Again, if I look at in a different plane, what has changed? The pace of technology adoption with increased dependence of collaboration technologies and telecom infrastructure. Think about it. If Zoom Teams had not been launched earlier, were not industrialized, if the Indian telecom infrastructure had not been laid out, we would not be in this conference for sure. Now, what is also changing in the future, the workforce, is not only the impact of COVID-19, it's also what has been happening in the past is the automation, which is going in tandem with the COVID-19 pandemic, is creating a double disruption of the workforce, therefore leading to skill gaps and shorter windows to upskill. If you look at the industry sectors, e-commerce, education, entertainment, hospitality, real estate, travel, all have changed. All are now going to adjust to a new normal. We have read a lot, we have heard a lot. The entire work from home changes and increases the entire gamut of cybersecurity. But it's also important that this time also gives all of us an opportunity to rethink our business offerings. And again, the importance of digital as we move forward. It's an opportunity to reimagine your organization 5 years ahead from us. From HR standpoint, it's very significant because we have to rewire the HR code. We have to be sensitive to people working from home. We have to be able to create more interpersonal remote chemistry. How do you redesign the HR engagement program, which was earlier driven by the basics of in-person meetings? And how do you empower a remote workforce? Finally, it's an opportunity for us to engage and also build trust with our customers virtually. In a nutshell, I would say this is the various elements that I think have changed in the last 9 months. If I look at fundamentally what has changed in the past, uh, you know, workforce went to work, and in the new normal, work goes to the workforce. And I want to use two comments here. I think we all have said this is a black swan event. We have all have, I think, spoken about the famous Nassim Nicholas Taleb, who spoke of the black swan event. But he also has written a very interesting book. It's called Being Anti-Fragile. Now, if I look at definitions of what is resilience, resilience is the ability of people or things to recover quickly after something unpleasant, such as a shock or an injury. But if I look at what resilient does, the recovery remains the same, but in contrast, anti-fragile means it gets better. So it's an interesting book, Anti-Fragile: Things That Gain from Disorder. If I now think a little further and say, what does BCP in the new normal look like? How can we leverage automation to enhance human capability in a work from home environment? What is reskilling for the next normal? What is the role of our leaders in the new normal? And finally, a significant role of platforms in health in enabling everyone to reconnect and build a new normal. I would say exciting times ahead, and as Shrikar rightly said, huge opportunities. And I'm sure the industry will think far ahead and gear up to ensure that we deliver enhanced value-added services to our global customers.